When Pep Guardiola and Manchester City smashed the Premier League into oblivion, picking up 100 points along the way last season, it seemed like we were witnessing the start of a period of complete domination. Finishing 19 points clear, City looked so far ahead of the pack that it was hard to make a case for the title going anywhere other than the blue half of Manchester again this year. Of course, they're still favourites to retain the league, and it's very early days. But there are signs that the 2018-19 title race could be a closer run thing than we might have expected. A gaggle of teams have made strong starts, but after Liverpool's work in the transfer market and a solid start to the season, murmurings of whether Jurgen Klopp's men could dethrone City are just starting to get a little bit louder. Widely considered to have done some of the best business in the Premier League over the summer, recruitment has been a key part of why many are starting to think Liverpool could do something special this year.
Klopp's recruitment has been incredible this summer. He's identified where he needed these targets, and not just this summer but previously as well. You know, the acquisitions of people like Virgil van Dijk, along with people like Naby Keita and Alisson particularly. They're players that really do fit the mould of Liverpool, and it's clear to see Jurgen Klopp has identified his targets for his style of play, and we're starting to reap the benefits of that now, and it's really good to see.
After their Champions League final defeat to Real Madrid, a lot was made of the fact that the Spanish side were able to bring on Gareth Bale, who scored 2 goals, while Liverpool had the likes of Dominic Solanke and Ragnar Klavan on the bench. The additions of players like Xherdan Shaqiri and Fabinho have brought an extra layer of quality to the squad as a whole, while the impact of Alisson and Naby Keita has been more immediately obvious. Despite his mistake against Leicester, you feel that a combination of the Brazilian keeper and Virgil van Dijk, who's more than silenced the doubters since joining in January, will make Liverpool a far harder nut to crack over the course of the season. As for Keita, the dynamism and attacking thrust he offers is a step up from what you get out of Jordan Henderson, James Milner and Gini Wijnaldum, who are good at what they do, but probably aren't title-winning quality on their own. The Ghanaian offers more in a creative sense, able to score, assist and break the lines, but crucially, the quality of his all-round play could be enough to see Liverpool over the line in the kind of games they dropped points in last season. As everyone knows, at least 80% of professional football teams in the UK are now in transition at any one time, but Liverpool can't really claim to be one at the moment. Only 2 new players have slotted straight into the starting 11. Fullbacks Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold are well placed to kick on after breakthrough seasons, and the front 3 know each other like the back of their hands.
I don't think anyone can argue that Salah, Mane and Firmino are probably the best front 3 in the world at the minute, and it's all down to the system that Klopp's got them playing. It's really fluid, it allows them to interchange really easily, and that moves defenders and creates space to create chances for the team.
Could it be that Liverpool have strengthened the perfect amount and in the right positions to really kick on this year? Now we know what you're going to say. There's no way Mo Salah can be as good as he was last year. And even then, Liverpool only came 3rd. Well, no, he might not be, but Sadio Mane already looks to be taking it up another gear this year after getting 20 goals in all competitions last season. And as a unit, Liverpool's attack is arguably the best in the Premier League. City are an incredible side, and making up 25 points on them from last season is a massive ask.
I think there's a very realistic possibility we could overturn the difference that City had over us last year. For a start, I don't think City are going to have quite the points tally they did last season. I think people are going to know how to play against them now. For a start, we've shown that they are beatable. Man United last season showed they were beatable, and Wigan showed that playing the right way, any team can beat them on their day.
But retaining titles is a tricky business, and no team has done it since Manchester United back in 2008-2009. Sure, Pep Guardiola will be desperate to, and a City hierarchy want to dominate football across the board, but the Champions League is the one piece of silverware evading the club.
It would be nice to see Manchester City finally win the Champions League. We're wary of the tough competition in the Champions League as well as the league, but I think with our squad, anything is possible.
With Liverpool in the group of death with PSG and Napoli, and City on the end of a fairly straightforward looking draw, it's not a huge stretch to imagine the two clubs' priorities looking very different later on in the season. Klopp has brought passion, identity and joy to Liverpool, re-establishing them as major players continentally, but is yet to bring silverware to Merseyside. Guiding the club to their first ever Premier League title would secure him legendary status, and although it's a long way from being time to dream just yet, there are definitely grounds for optimism.